we highlight the African American Chamber of Commerce with founder, president, and CEO John Herman. Plus, we discuss the restaurant gala as AtlantiCare celebrates its 40th anniversary. It's all here on the next Latino Motion. Join us.
Choose to get lost in the woods to gain experience in forest management.
Choose to travel through time to understand the past.
Choose to soar to pursue a career in dance.
Stockton University offers 50 high-quality academic programs, small class sizes, and affordable tuition. Choose to match your interests and talents at one of New Jersey's nationally ranked universities.
Latino Motion with Bert Lopez is presented by Latino Motion Public Affairs Media, a New Jersey nonprofit corporation, and Stockton University. This edition of Latino Motion with Bert Lopez is brought to you by the HD Studios at the campus of Stockton University.
Funding for Latino Motion is provided by AtlantiCare. For more information, call 1-888-569-1000 or visit atlanticare.org. Atlantic City Electric, energy for a changing world. And South Jersey Gas.
Welcome to Latino Motion, a weekly interview show highlighting issues impacting New Jersey's Latino community while advancing understanding of Latino cultural heritage and contributions to our society. And here is your host, Bert Lopez.
Buenos dias and welcome to Latino Motion. I'm happy to have as my guest, John Herman. He is the founder, the president, and CEO of the African American Chamber. John, welcome to Latino Motion.
Well, my dear friend, I'm honored to be here.
You know, I know we go way back for a very long time. You all over the state of New Jersey, and the African American Chamber of New Jersey has been very impactful. Tell me about that organization, the history behind it, and what difference it's making for business owners, African American business owners in New Jersey.
Well, again, thank you for the opportunity to be here. You know, in 2007, June 15th to be exact, we founded the African American Chamber of Commerce of New Jersey. And prior to which, I was a founding member of the Metropolitan Trenton African American Chamber of Commerce. And so when we formed this organization, the previous chamber was more regionally focused. However, this organization is statewide. So, Bert, there's 1.2 million Black people in New Jersey and 88,000 plus Black businesses. And so when you look at that demographic from a business perspective, Blacks have the highest poverty, the highest unemployment in New Jersey, low median income. Our net worth is $5,900 versus $315,000 for whites. So it was important that we create this organization and really take ownership of that underperformance, but then create strategic partnerships with organizations like Atlantic City Electric, for example, the state of New Jersey, various municipalities and county government across the state, as well as, you know, colleges and universities, to connect that Black demographic to those organizations, those entities, to leverage their resources, opportunities, and information to mitigate those systemic challenges. So in sum, what we do, we're an advocate for those individuals, that constituency, to connect them to the commerce that exists in the state.
And I know, John, you've been very busy in that front. Certainly, the African American businesses, you mentioned 80,000 of those businesses in New Jersey alone. I know you have a pretty substantial membership as well. Tell me about some of the activities or some of the ways that you're really helping those businesses to flourish and to really make a bigger impact.
So a number of ways. I reference advocacy. So we're talking to state government at the highest level about policy. Recently, you saw the state rolled out this cannabis initiative. So we took a strong position because the state spoke about social equity. Saying and doing is two different things. So we advocated to ensure that Black businesses were represented in this opportunity. We work with financial services institutions to ensure that the capital is available to fund business enterprises, notwithstanding the industry representation. In addition, we work with the Department of Labor for upskilling resources or training resources to help the Black community be positioned for career opportunities. So anywhere that exists that we could be of value to business owners, to those who potentially own homes, because home ownership is pivotal to start the path of creating wealth. So we do a lot as it relates to our constituency, but at the end of the day, we're working to ensure that the state of New Jersey is more competitive by being more inclusive with the 1.2 million Blacks and over 88,000 Black businesses.
And I know, John, that you have the same issues that the Latino community has, and there being so many obstacles and certainly in challenges. I know that you mentioned capital being so critical, and we know that the judicial system or the equity piece throughout has not always been in favor of people of color in terms of being able to have access to funds and being able to develop their business. And the advocacy so very important. You mentioned training, and a lot of the new businesses that start, and I just read that Black businesses startup were up 25% versus 4% for everybody else. That's significant. How do you help people who are starting up a business?
So there's a number of ways, and I think what you're alluding to, post the murder of George Floyd, it was a lot of resources, a lot of encouragement to ensure that Black businesses get a little more of the not only state's economy but the U.S. economy. So that attributed to a number of businesses starting up. So we provide technical assistance for many of those startup businesses. That runs a full gambit for helping them get registered, helping them understand how to create a business plan. We host events monthly throughout the state of New Jersey. At the end of the day, Bert, it's all about how do we position those men and women who have the desire to be in business to ultimately starting a business and then getting on the right trajectory to be successful in those business enterprises.
And you mentioned the technical support, obviously, all of the paperwork that a small business has to go through. And I know that you're not just talking about big businesses, but a bulk of that 80,000 are really small businesses. Is there a special niche that the African American Chamber has when helping small businesses?
Well, I think our biggest niche is that we welcome businesses to give us an opportunity to contribute to their success. And we embrace this engagement wholeheartedly. We have 18 employees here, but that enables us to do a lot to support businesses, a lot different from many other organizations. We have 2 television shows. We have a radio station, which we promote members every Monday. We do member spotlights where we're marketing and showcasing our members throughout society, and a calendar of events that run the full gamut of activities from our gala to award recognition programs or themed events like Women in Power or our State of Black New Jersey, where we bring legislators to talk about policies that they may have authored. We bring corporate executives in to talk about their supplier diversity initiatives or their corporate citizenship programming. So our menu runs wide and deep, but at the end of the day, as I said, by strengthening Black businesses, given their underperformance, it enables the state's economy to be more competitive.
And that's very critically important, John. We want to continue this discussion, very useful information here that we want to get to. And plus, we're celebrating Black History Month. We want to cover a little more about that. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with more Latino Motion.
Latino Motion with Bert Lopez is presented by Latino Motion Public Affairs Media, a New Jersey nonprofit corporation. Join us online at www.latinomotion.tv. Find us on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. We encourage your comments and contributions for show topics.
Welcome back to Latino Motion. We continue our discussion with John Herman. He is the founder, president, and CEO of the African American Chamber of New Jersey. John, we were having such a nice discussion, certainly talking about the great success that your organization has had. And I want to go back just to one statement that you made, that you have, was it 9 employees?
No, 18 employees.
18. So certainly you have a good amount of individuals that are helping to really provide the technical assistance that your members need. And one of the things that caught my interest is your focus on making sure that there's representation of your members in all sectors. Let's talk a little bit about that, because when we talk about the gaps that have existed in the past, is some individuals may carve a little area that they would like to have people of color involved in, and maybe not others. But you're adamant about the fact that African Americans and people of color need to have opportunities in all sectors of the economy. Tell me more.
I mean, absolutely right. So you have your public sector, your private sector. Let's unpack them one at a time. In the public sector, everyone's paying taxes. So therefore, everyone should have access to compete and participate in the economy in an equitable way. And I'll probably be repetitive by using the term equity, but people talk about DE&I. They embrace the D&I, but the E is silent. The engagement around the equity is not where it should be. Similarly, from a corporate or private sector perspective, Blacks spend about $1.8 trillion annually in the U.S. economy. So there should be some reciprocity there. From an industry standpoint, we have engineering firms. As a matter of fact, we have the largest Black engineering firm in the country that's a member here. They have over 500 employees. Ariel Investments is the first Black fund management company in the country, and probably about 40 years old. They're members here. So they are looking to manage dollars, pension money, or 401ks for either corporations or state government. We have marketing firms. So we run the full gamut. And so therefore, we should be able to participate in all sectors of society. I referenced earlier, Bert, that Governor Murphy has a few priorities as it relates to wind and solar. That's an area that we should be participating in. It's all about the new green economy. The cannabis, we've talked about it. That's another area. The film industry, New Jersey is doing films in Newark, and there's a big fit out over there in Howe at the old Bell Lab site. So there are a number of opportunities that exist in the marketplace, and we should not be excluded from participating in either if we have the wherewithal to add value and able to compete. We should have access.
One of the things that we've noticed, obviously, for both the Latino community, African American community, it certainly has been the underrepresentation in STEM careers and STEM opportunities. And you alluded to the biggest engineering Black firm that happens to be a member. And those are the type of opportunities that certainly that I would hope that you continue to open the doors for your members and others in New Jersey. Now, I know that we're in February, and this will probably air towards the end of February or the beginning of March, but I want to take this opportunity to talk about the importance of celebrating Black history and your message as the president of the African American Chamber. What would your message be for Black History Month?
Well, it's all about excellence and relevance. It's about resiliency, perseverance. When Carter G. Woodson established Black History Week in 1926, it was all about showcasing the talent that exists within the Black demographic of the United States. And given that Blacks were free from slavery 1863 and then Juneteenth 1865, that was not that many years removed. So there was a lot of tumult that exists in the U.S. economy. And to be able to say, hey, notwithstanding our hardship, we're still here trying to work in harmony with others to make the United States as best it could possibly be. And then in 1976, then Gerald Ford, a part of the bicentennial celebration, he expanded it to Black History Month. So we still celebrate that tradition today, demonstrating the relevance and the excellence that exists within the Black demographic in these United States and New Jersey.
Now, John, I know that you mentioned this is the New Jersey statewide chamber, African American Chamber. So no matter where in New Jersey you are, you could become a member. Tell me about what it entails to become a member and how one could sign up to become a member.
Well, the membership is rather simple. And although our mission is focused on Black businesses, Black people, Black communities, our membership is diverse. I would say 25 to 30% of our membership is non-Black. So being Black is not a prerequisite to membership. I'll say that. But it's easy as going on online at aaccnj.com or calling us at 609-571-1620. At the end of the day, Bert, we're trying to help businesses, business enterprises, men and women attain their desired level of success by leveraging the resources, opportunities, and information that exists within the ecosystem here in New Jersey, and being an advocate or strategic partner of every member to help them get where they're desiring to go with their business.
And John, I know you just had an event and you have events throughout the year. You also have member meetings that folks could participate, and we'll put up your website on the screen. You also have Twitter, and or actually it's a Facebook that folks could find you on as well. But John, this is great. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And we'll have you back soon because this is very useful information for our community here in South Jersey. Thank you for being on Latino Motion.
Bert, thank you for the opportunity.
And please stay tuned. We'll be right back with more Latino Motion.
The case for DEI as it relates to fairness, I think is equally important for a company like PHI. So of course there is that business case that, a diverse organization is going to be at the end of the day more profitable. But the other piece of it also is that when you have that kind of company culture, you adopt it and you're not just talking about it, but you're really genuinely walking the walk like PHI and Atlantic City Electric is. Your employees are going to feel that. They're going to sense that. They're going to see that every day. And they're going to have a greater sense of belonging in the company in which they work. And hopefully that'll make them want to continue to stay with the company, develop, and make the company's current culture even better than it is, and therefore strengthen the business as well.
Welcome back to Latino Motion. We continue our discussion, and this time we have as a guest Jean McAllister. She is with AtlantiCare Community College, and she's the executive director of the foundation. Jean, welcome to Latino Motion.
Thank you for having me, Bert. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, I didn't want to say ACCC, but AtlantiCare, right? I got it right? AtlantiCare Community College. It wasn't Cape when I was a student there, so I'm a happy alum, thanks to the jumpstart that ACC gave me as a student. Really kicked off my career. So a college education at the community college is so vitally important. You continue to do great work. Tell me why it's so impactful having a community college in our communities.
Well, first of all, we're an anchor institution in Atlantic City, and we were the first higher education in Atlantic and Cape May counties. And why it was established is to provide affordable opportunity for students, any student who wants to come. Currently, believe it or not, we have 27% of our students are Hispanic, 14% are African American. In total, we are a Hispanic serving institution and a minority serving institution. And I'll tell you what, that means a lot, because we want to continue to create access for students in our counties, Atlantic and Cape May counties. We serve 2 counties, since you were there, Bert. And serving 2 counties is an amazing task. And we have 3 campuses, Mays Landing, Atlantic City, and our Cape May County Courthouse.
Yeah, and being so close here, the Cape Community College, obviously with the Atlanta City office, as well as the office over in mainland, Mays Landing, which is where I attended college back in the 80s. I believe I graduated in 82. And it was a great experience. Obviously, you've advanced significantly since those days, and now you have a whole array of different programs. Just walk me through a list of those programs.
Well, I can tell you that we have 43 programs. We have we have short-term programs, workforce development for incumbent workers, for new entry workers. They're not aviation. I'm going to talk about some of the ones you probably maybe not think about. We have aviation programs. Bert, did you know we have 3 leased planes and a helicopter? That's just one example. We have a whole drone program that not only do you learn how to repair a drone, but you learn how to fly a drone. And there are so many jobs related to drones. Nursing, huge program. You know about that. Huge nursing program. LPN is coming on pretty soon. So that's good. It will be good news shortly. Culinary. Our culinary program is second to none. We have more than 100 students there now. That's an amazing program. So it's not always about getting a degree, sometimes about getting short-term certificates as well. Could be human resources, could be culinary, could be business, so you could earn short-term certificates that are year-long while you're earning your degree. So you can, have short-term successes while, you're spending 2 years at community college. And our transfer rates, I think, are incredible. We are always looking at what's the next big thing in our STEM programs and everything else we have.
Yeah, and certainly the transfer to a university such as Stockton, you do have full faith and credit that you could transfer right to Stockton University, another university in the state, which is what I did. And certainly a lot of folks have taken advantage of not only being local. I was working when I was going to school, and the community college really has a better balance in terms of accommodating those who do work with night classes, weekend classes, etc. certainly the college has come a long way, and I know that you're part of the foundation. Tell me a little bit about some of the things that the foundation's doing to support the programs at the college.
Thank you for that question. We are very proud of the work that we do at the foundation. Currently, I'm just trying to think of the best way to get started here. We support the mission and vision of the college, period. That's our goal. And so everything we do, whether it's the golf tournament that raised $67,000 this year, or the restaurant gala that we'll be talking about a little later that raises about $230,000 to $240,000 a year, we do all of this so that our students have an opportunity to go to college that they may not have been able to do so. So awarding $650,000 to $690,000 a year in scholarships is pretty good for a little community college. Not to mention the $70,000 that we wrote in grants from the foundation to the college. So our job is to make sure that college is affordable as much as it can be.
And I know you have some great employees, and you have to say hello to Victor Moreno, a good friend.
Oh, I love Victor. Victor is community outreach guru. He is fantastic. We're always looking for students who may be thought about it, but then are too nervous to come to our doors. And, Victor does a great job with our college, and we're very excited to have him part of our team.
Let's talk about the gala. Tell me a little bit of details.
So it's March the 9th, and that is right around the corner. It's the 40th anniversary of the gala. It's at Harris Waterfront Conference Center. Harris, Tropicana, and Caesar are our main sponsors. We actually have billboards now about that. Borgata is a sponsor. Atlantic Shores, Offshore Wind is also a sponsor, and Tito's Vodka. They're our top sponsors. This event is an event that you look forward to. The food is to die for. The 40 restaurants, and the fact that this 40th anniversary, we are celebrating the restaurants, establishments, casinos who have been with us for 40 years. Not just the people who started it, but all of the folks who have stayed with us for 40 years. And that is a lot to celebrate. So I had a recent opportunity to speak with Fran Friedman, who's the founder of the Restaurant Gala from her Atlantic City magazine days when she was, anyway, she is coming to the gala. She was so excited to hear that the gala was still, it's still in full motion, if you will, that she just cannot wait. So we're going to be honoring her, the memory of Jim Cooper as well, because he was also someone who really brought the foundation to new levels, if you will.
A story about Jim Cooper. He was on the board when I was a board member there as a student alumni on the trustee board. So certainly you've had some very great people involved with the college over the years. I look forward to participating in the gala this year. And Jean, unfortunately, that's all the time we have, but I look forward to seeing you at the gala.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Stay tuned. And thank you for joining us once again here on Latino Motion.
Choose to get your feet wet, to learn more about protecting our environment.
Choose to read minds, to understand the human brain.
Choose to get your hands dirty, to create a masterpiece.
Stockton University offers 50 high-quality academic programs, small class sizes, and affordable tuition. Choose to match your interests and talents at one of New Jersey's nationally ranked universities.
Funding for Latino Motion is provided by AtlantiCare. For more information, call 888-569-1000 or visit AtlantiCare.org. Atlantic City Electric, energy for a changing world. And South Jersey Gas.